Hi there, I'm Cameron Reed, and these are brands that represent me. No, brands that represent my personality? No. Brands that I can't legally say represent me, but rather commingle together to form what others perceive as my personality. Let's start with something refreshing. Sparkling ice. I wouldn't even really want to know how many of these I've drinking in a year. You know, some people like soda, some people like LaCroix, if you like cardboard. But this is like a good middle ground between both. It's got like the same amount of carbonation and the same amount of flavoring that a soda does, and it doesn't have any calories either. I like these. For the next one, Apple. That's right, I'm a dirty Apple user. A lot of my friends are super into PC, and so I've always been the Mac Apple guy of the group. But can you blame me? I mean, Apple is just great for all the design stuff I do. I'm recording this on an iPhone. I'm recording the audio on a MacBook. And I'm even listening to music on an AirPod. Apple is just a part of what I do. I would feel like I wouldn't be a true artist if I didn't put some kind of art or pen company in here. So, Posca. It's one of my favorite markers out there right now. It's always a good way to turn a meh sketch into something actually fun and eye-catching. I'm always looking for ways to add it into the different drawings I do and everything I do in general. Even though I've recently gotten into it, I've quickly fallen in love with this brand of marker. Continuing on this art train, Clip Studio Paint. I don't have anything physical to show you, but I can show you how this program is no joke. Now, it's not as powerful as something like Adobe Photoshop, but after 7 years of working in this program, I can tell you it's definitely worthwhile. Anytime anybody asks me what my favorite program to work in is, or what I recommend as a designer and artist, I always say Clip Studio Paint. For the next one that I can show you, Wacom. Wacom makes tools for basically everything that I do. I mean, I love drawing with this tablet. Sometimes even more than I like drawing physically. If it wasn't for my mom, who gave me a Wacom tablet when I was in middle school, I wouldn't be a designer here today. For the people who know me, they know that I like to be comfortable. What I find comfortable from my day-to-day life is slip-on shoes, like Crocs. Now, you know it's a problem when your friends and family say they've never seen you wear a normal pair of shoes. And the only reason you're wearing a normal pair of shoes is because the Crocs you have worn out, so much so that you have holes in them. If you know me, you also know that I like storytelling and D&D. What game is more creative and imaginative than Dungeons and Dragons? Maybe it's because I spend way too much time writing character backstories and world building. Or maybe it's because I'm a big nerd. But the collaborative and narrative experiences I've made with my friends will stick with me for the rest of my life. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't like playing normal video games as well. PlayStation. I use my PlayStation as a way to relax and enjoy myself. I mean, I've been playing PlayStation since the beginning of my high school years, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. It's even one of the first things you see when you walk into my room. Now, speaking of man-made characters that move around on a screen, Cartoon Network. One of the biggest reasons I got interested in art and storytelling in the first place. Not only was it a huge part of my childhood, but shows like Adventure Time and Over the Garden Wall heavily influenced my art style, even to this day. Now, finally, Shonen Jump. To be honest, I could have chosen any comic book company, but Shonen Jump just has more stories that have influenced me. Series like One Punch Man are some of the reasons I want to pursue comics in the first place. And, not to mention, I have a lot of them. Well, there you have it. The commingled mess that is these 10 brands that you can use to perceive my personality. Remember, these brands haven't legally endorsed me and I haven't endorsed them either. Anyways, I have a lot of reading to do.